conference championship on their mind, meeting tonight in Warren. But there was more than just a win at stake when Warren Harding and Warren Kennedy got together. Chad Krispinski has a preview of our Fox 1762 high school basketball game of the week.
It's the Battle of Warren. J.F.K. and Harding both off to a stellar start here this season, colliding tonight with pride and bragging rights on the line.
We're still young. There's no question. We're still young, and but we're gradually getting better, and that's what I try to tell people at the beginning of the season, that this team is going to grow and we're going to, I think, really improve, and I think we're doing that right now.
Coming off the football field, playing right away, you're still out of sync, you're not comfortable with each other, and it's really a comfort level where each individual is going to be, and know that on the floor really helps solidify what we're trying to do as a team.
And although both coaches admit their team has quite a ways to go to reach their full potential, you'd never know it based on their records. The Eagles post a record of 9-2, while Harding is 7-3.
They play well together, and obviously when you have a talented player as Desmar Jackson, you know, he has the ability to elevate the other players, and he does that.
They are very exciting when they get the ball up on the front court to the back court. So one thing we have to do is really stop transition and the rebounding, and I think those are the big keys for us to be successful.
Warren J.F.K. has not had an easy time with Harding of late. In fact, this year's senior class has never beaten the Raiders, a trend they certainly hope will change tonight at the home of the Eagles.
We don't look at it as revenge. What we look at is it's a good Division I ball club coming into our gym, and it's a great challenge for us.
The entire city's been talking about it for quite some time. I know their kids are looking forward to it. Our kids obviously are looking forward to it.
Chad Krispinski, First News Sports.
Well, when the Fox Sports Extra returns.
And Kennedy, the Battle of Warren tips off tonight. For the Eagles, blue pride is at an all-time high, with J.F.K. still undefeated in the SVC. But the Raiders are battle-tested too, and also unbeaten in conference play. Will the Raiders roll, or will the Eagles soar? It's Harding and Kennedy next on Fox 1762.
Forget about the highlights. We'll have the whole game. It's the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
We come to you tonight from Warren J.F.K. High School for our Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Battle of Warren in Steel Valley Conference style as the Warren Kennedy Eagles host the Warren Harding Raiders. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski with you. Mark Metzger joins us now. And Mark, great to see you again. This ball game, you can't ask for much more. Much was expected of each of these two teams. Warren Harding has answered, as has J.F.K. The Raiders with a record of 7-3. Warren J.F.K. 9-2.
Yeah, both these teams come into the game battle-tested, but this is a bragging rights game, not only in the conference, but in the city of Warren, and it's going to come down to tempo. Harding wants to get it up and down, and JFK needs to control that pace a little bit and give their playmakers a chance to make plays.
Well, if there's any indication of what kind of a ball game and how big this one is, they've locked the doors to the school. They're not allowing anyone else in, quite frankly, just because they can't fit anyone else inside this gym. Energy is high, enthusiasm is up. Should be fun. It's Warren Harding and Warren JFK coming at you next on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
The Fox 1762.
You can just feel the energy as soon as you walk into the gym. Jam-packed in here like sardines, the fans of the Warren Harding Raiders and the home team, the Warren John F. Kennedy Eagles, are all ready for an exciting basketball game in the Battle of Warren, and more importantly, a battle in the Steel Valley Conference. Chad Krispinski, Mark Metzger with you. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First, for the Warren Harding Raiders, a talented group to say the least. The guards are Brogdon and Hudson. The forwards are Ergel and Franklin, and in the middle, it is Chris Henderson. On the other side for Warren JFK, a familiar face, J.J. Townsend, made quite a name for himself at the quarterback position for the Eagles this past fall. And it's really now five other guards total in that starting lineup. Chickalo, Brown, Howard, and really one of the most exciting, explosive players in the area, Desmar Jackson, rounding things out. Mark, how do you see this one shaking out as we get set to put this ball into play?
anytime you come into an environment like this as Warren Harding, you have a little extra pressure to get out of the gate. You got to try to get this crowd out of it. Hopefully, they'll be well prepared. They're battle tested. The schedule that they played coming in gets them ready for just this type of environment.
Visited with both coaches yesterday. Steve Arnold for Warren Harding said, sure, it's going to be a tough environment to play in. You can very likely hear just how loud it is in this gym right now. But he said, hey, we've played in front of large crowds before. We've played the Akron St. V's. We've played the Massillons. We've played some of the best teams in the state of Ohio. We've really been in some of the best Division I basketball in the postseason as well. That can only help for Warren Harding.
Yeah, I really like, and you got to admire Coach for that. I mean, they've played at Toledo Scott against Canton McKinley. They've ducked nobody, so you got to figure at the midway point here, they're as ready as anybody for the second half.
Highly touted is Warren Harding, but much credit should be due also to Warren J.F.K. They've got, as we said, one of the most talented players in Desmar Jackson. Mark, what makes him such a good basketball player?
Versatility, and he's got a great feel for the game. Okay, he's 6'4", he's got great length, and court vision is unbelievable for a kid of only a 10th grader, well beyond his years.
James Howard III will jump it up against Damian Ergel, and in just a moment we will be underway here at Warren John F. Kennedy High School. Glad you're with us here on Fox 1762. The opening tip is easily controlled by Warren Harding and into the hands of Terrence Hudson. Hudson brings it near side on the wing. Keelan Franklin back up top. Sheldon Brogdon. Hudson is cut off. Bounce pass up top. Brogdon back into the corner, the far side to Hudson. Left of the lane, ball is poked free into the hands of Desmar Jackson. Back the other way, lane, up, no. Rebound, Desmar Jackson. And a foul is called early on. And as we said, what is expected from Warren J.F.K, clogging things in the middle, not allowing any easy points in the paint.
Yeah, he said they were going to mix up the zones a little bit. They started with the 2-3. They did a nice job digging down and causing the turnover.
And off the rebound, a foul is committed. It's called on Keelan Franklin, his first, and the first on Warren Harding as a team. And a very quick turn of events. Ball back to Warren Harding, and the Raiders will have it with 7:20 to play. This is Keelan Franklin. No. Back to Franklin. Up. No. Rebound Ergel. Swatted away by Desmar Jackson. Ergel gobbles it back up. Ergel floats in the air and puts it in.
And there's the danger right there, Chad. 4 opportunities on that offensive possession.
2-0. Warren Harding leading it. And even 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Near side into the corner. Good trap action for Warren Harding. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Warren J.F.K. here with 6:52 to play here in the opening quarter. Steve Arnold has really done a great job this season with Warren Harding.
He has. He's really adapted well to this personnel and really playing to their strengths.
This is Nick Brown. That shot is short. And the rebound comes down to Chris Henderson. Ahead to Hudson. Hudson takes it far side into the corner. Bounce pass Ergel. Looking underneath. Pass intercepted by James Howard III. Howard III has the basketball in his hands. This is Brown. Lane puts it up and is fouled on his way to the basket. And they'll ticket Warren Harding with a foul. Sheldon Brogdon picks up his first. That's the second on the Raiders. And they'll call the foul on the floor. And the Eagles will control. Basketball in the hands of James Howard III. And it's poked free in the near side right wing away from J.J. Townsend. And Townsend has the basketball in his hands.
Harding, as expected, coming out in the man-to-man defense. J.F.K, that's the one thing you can't do there is turn the basketball over. But what they're going to try to do against that man is spread it out, make the big guys come out and guard their players on the perimeter.
Coach Arnold told me just yesterday, he said, sure, our height differential is going to be a disadvantage for us. He said the thing we can't do is allow those easy points in the paint. We can't allow that pressure to get to us, and it did on that particular occasion. 3 ball in the air right there for the Raiders. That's Sheldon Brogdon giving Warren Harding a 5-0 lead. The Raiders can take it inside, but they can also take it to the outside.
Yeah, he's really been shooting it great for them, Chad, and really allows them to not be zoned. He's their zone buster.
Off the miss. Raiders want to run up line lane, up and in. And with that, we take a timeout. Warren Harding out and running early in this one. 5:36 to play the opening quarter. 7-0 Raiders. Back with more from Kennedy after this on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Back to basketball we are. J.J. Townsend has it for the Eagles. This is James Howard III. Swings it back up top of the key. Townsend, three ball right there. And with that, Warren J.F.K. is on the scoreboard at 7-3. First three for the former standout quarterback. Shot in the air. Nope. Rebound comes down to James Howard III. Desmar Jackson with the basketball in his hands. Jackson to triple. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Warren Harding into the hands of Sheldon Brogdon. Here's Keelan Franklin. No way!
Two great plays back-to-back by Townsend coming out of the timeout. That's what you need from your senior leader. Get you a big basket on offense and makes a big athletic play on defense.
J.J. Townsend saying, get that stuff out of here. And the Raiders will have it with 4:53 to go. Into the hands of Terrence Hudson. Hudson near side, left wing. Keelan Franklin up top. Hudson. Back to Franklin. Near side left wing. Right elbow now underneath Ergel. Ergel has it partially blocked into the hands of Desmar Jackson. Jackson, line, lane, scoops, up and in. Showing you some of the athleticism, and he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, that's that versatility right there. He can get it on the defensive end, coast to coast.
What an emphatic dunk for the Raiders by Chris Henderson.
Speaking of athleticism, pretty athletic play right there by the big junior.
Absolutely, a little bit of athleticism to say the least. Raiders come back off the miss, bounce pass right of the lane into the hands of J.J. Townsend. And we've got a whistle and a foul. And Sean Pompelia trying his very best to stop the bleeding now.
Henderson picks up that foul. That was a perfect example of making the big fella come out and guard on the perimeter and try to beat him with the bounce. Beat him off the dribble.
Townsend has the basketball in. Into the hands of Mario Ciccolo. Townsend a triple. Way off the mark. And the rebound is saved in for Warren Harding into the hands of Aaron Elder. Elder has it near side right wing into the corner. Ergel. Cross court toss. Keelan Franklin into the corner. Brogdon to triple. Too strong. The rebound. Ergel. Ergel up. Scoops it. No. Ergel. Offensive rebound. And he puts it in. 11-5. Harding by a half dozen. 3:05 to play. Here's Desmar Jackson up top of the key. Jackson holding on, dribbling between the legs. Jackson is cut off. Jackson, nice look underneath. And the Raiders, good job defensively. Townsend a triple again. Right there! Townsend with his second three ball. He's got 6 points. And it's 11-8 in favor of Warren Harding. Ergel has it right to the lane. Outside Elder. Three ball. Around and no. Rebound, J.J. Townsend. Townsend crosses over between the legs out of the near side right wing. Now into the near side corner, back to Townsend. Townsend stops, thinks about a jumper, has it poked free, gobbles it back up with 2:18 to go. Townsend outside, jump stop. That shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Desmar Jackson. Jackson firing, got it! 11-10. The Warren J.F.K. deficit is now just one. Elder for three. No. Rebound comes down to Desmar Jackson. Jackson over the time stripe on the break. Good look. knocked away, and it's out of bounds, and it'll stay with Warren J.F.K.
Desmar's just so active on both ends of the floor. He gets hands on balls everywhere. You have to know where he's at all times. And on offense, he's one of those guys that can really slow the game down. It looks like he's got that camera that's always in slow motion. He's a step ahead of everybody.
J.F.K. will have it with about 49 to go. Nick Brown dishes off far side onto the left to Ganeri. This is Townsend. Back to Brown. Brown holding onto the basketball to Desmar Jackson. Townsend inside the three-point line. Up top of the key. Ganeri has it. Swatted away. Long look ahead to Henderson. It's out of bounds. Maybe Harding pushing it, rushing it just a little bit on that particular play.
That's the thing that you have to find the balance. As much as they want to get it going up tempo, there are times in the half court where you really got to take your time and get a good shot every trip.
Check a load of Townsend. Left wing, this is Brown. Back up top, Townsend. 1:10 to go. Here is Ganeri. Ganeri swings it back up top, Townsend. Left wing on the far side. This is Desmar Jackson. 63 seconds to play, first quarter. Desmar Jackson, fadeaway shot, short. Rebound Elder for Warren Harding. Out of the far side right wing. Up top of the key, it's broke free. Jackson's fighting for it. Jackson has it. Jackson puts it up and in. And Warren J.F.K. has a 1-point lead. Closing in on a half minute to play. In the first quarter, Bragdon fires, no, rebound Townsend.
J.F.K. doing a much better job limiting Harding to one shot on the offensive end. Everybody's making an effort to block somebody out, finding a body, getting a butt into him, and limit him to one shot.
And off the turnover, an errant pass gives it right back to Warren Harding as James Howard III is back into the ball game for the Eagles.
Now they go with the 1-3-1. Desmar's a nice guy to have on top there with that length and able to touch a lot of passes and slow him down.
Elder into the corner. This is Elijah Jordan for three. He knocks it down, and we are done with quarter number one. What a first quarter it was. Everything we expected it would be and more. One quarter in the books. Warren Harding 14. Warren J.F.K. 12. Back with more from Kennedy after this on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
All the action, not just the highlights, we'll have the whole game.
A packed house here at Warren Harding. Make that Warren J.F.K. High School. Warren Harding in the lead, 14-12. And we've got a good one for you next week. Poland battles Canfield next Friday night. Catch all of the action in our Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Not just the highlights. We'll have the whole game next Friday night, 11 o'clock, right here on Fox 1762. Lots of rivalry games, and that's always a great atmosphere. Can't imagine it getting much better than it is here tonight in a packed house, Mark.
If we see anything like we saw last year, Chad, they're all going to come down to the wire.
Desmar Jackson for three, right there. He can light it up from anywhere on the floor. 15-14, Kennedy by one.
JFK sticks with that 1-3-1.
Ergel firing, runner, no, rebound, Elijah Jordan. He's on the glass and he puts it in.
You know, half the battle of being a good offensive rebounder is getting yourself to go to the glass every time. When you see a 1-3-1 zone, that's a great opportunity to hit the offensive boards and get some stickbacks.
Townsend has it to James Howard III, and we've got a foul. And if my eyes have not deceived me, Avery Qualls, number 32 right there, picks up the foul. That'll be his first and the third. Make that the fourth on Warren Harding as a team. The basketball is in the hands of Desmar Jackson. Jackson, near side into the corner. Brown back to Jackson. Three ball in the air. Bang! That was three.
Wow. Chad, if he's going to make those consistently, good luck trying to stop him.
Isn't that the truth? Jordan, outside Hudson. Looking over, surveying the scene. Cross court, back, Hudson. Bounce pass, Jordan. Jordan in the paint, puts it up. No. Rebound, Ergel, up and in. Damian Ergel, a very wiry body, but he can certainly do the job on the boards and get to some of those loose balls, and he did a solid job right there.
Smart
Look at
play.
Jackson, no.
Heat check. Heat checking.
18-18 is our score. This is Hudson. Nope. Rebound comes down to Brown. And now Townsend will control. Townsend will bring it across the time stripe into the forecourt. Near side right wing, Brown. Brown dribble drive up top. Townsend for three. Nope, that one's off the mark. Rebound, Ergel. Bounce pass to Ergel. Baseline jumper. Short. Maybe out of his range. Elijah Jordan puts it up, and the basketball is caught right between the iron and the backboard. We'll go to the possession arrow. It'll stay here with Warren Harding with 5:39 to go. Sean Pompilia, by the way, want to point out that we understand his dad went through some medical procedures earlier in the week, and he's doing A-OK now. Want to say hello to Don Pompilia, and best wishes for a speedy recovery.
Don, everybody at the J.F.K. staff and family's thinking about you.
And what a better way to kind of give Don a little get-well present than with a win. Ergel has other ideas. Desmar says, get it out of here. And the rebound to Townsend. Jackson is everywhere on the floor.
Absolutely, he's everywhere. That's that versatility that we talked about. He can get it for you on offense. He can go get it on defense. Just can take control of an entire ball game.
We saw it more than a couple times last season, and he is better than advertised this time around. Onto the left side, Raphael Patterson underneath Jackson. Jackson is fouled on his way to the basket, and we'll see if they call it on the floor or if they call it as a shooting foul. I think it was on the floor, but the foul is ticketed to Warren J.F.K. Make that Warren Harding. It's called on Elijah Jordan. Okay. Ball is into the hands of Desmar Jackson. Jackson stutter step. Center of the lane. Puts it up. No. Rebound Jackson. Jackson muscles it up and it won't go. But we've got a foul underneath right of the lane. And it's an offensive foul called on Desmar Jackson. So maybe he tried to force it a little bit there. Lowered the shoulder.
Yep.
And with the foul, it'll get back to Warren Harding.
Good hustle, got it back, just dipped the shoulder a little bit, thought it was a good call by the official.
We're still tied up at 18, into the corner, Elijah Jordan. Nice look underneath, won't go. Rebound comes down to Ergel. Steal by Desmar, but he kicks it off his foot. He had daylight ahead of him, but wasn't able to gobble it up, and Desmar has it go out of bounds. It'll go to Warren Harding.
You got to ball fake him. You can anticipate him being in the passing lane.
And the thing is, as solid as he is on the basketball court, he's just as good on the football field as well. We saw that numerous times throughout the course of this past season. This is Franklin to triple. Way off the mark. Rebound, Townsend. Maybe an ill-advised shot, Mark.
Yeah, I think Coach Arnold's got to be concerned with their discipline on the offensive end right now. Again, it goes back to the mentality of wanting to force tempo, but when you get in that half-court setting, you got to take your time and work for a good one, because against the zone, there's just so many gaps, but you have to show a little patience to take advantage of it.
Sometimes when you have a very athletic team, you tend to press a little bit. You tend to force things a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Patience is a solid thing on offense lots of times.
Absolutely. When you're used to playing fast and scoring in the 70s and 80s, and you only have 18 at this point, you kind of start pressing a little bit.
Townsend puts the free throw in, and J.J. Townsend averaging 6.4 points, 5.2 rebounds. He is a 62% free throw tosser. There's a couple of big threes here in this ball game. And And the free throw is up and good, and it's 20-18 with under 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half as James Howard III returns.
And now another factor comes into play for Harding. You know, they've been playing tough, aggressive man-to-man defense. Now in the bonus situation for JFK with 4.5 left to play, Harding can't afford to put them to the free throw line 10 or 15 more times before the half.
So somehow the basketball ends up back in the hands of Warren J.F.K. Evidently, maybe a 5-second call, some kind of a turnover. It's out of our vantage point, but as we get back to it, Nick Brown has the basketball in his hands. Over onto the left side, James Howard III. Up top, Townsend with 4:10 to play first half. JFK up by a deuce. Lots of patience for the Eagles. Brown crosses over. Outside, Howard. Howard. Baseline, has it stolen away. Great move ahead to Brogdon, puts it in. Sheldon Brogdon can spot up, but he's also great in transition, and he ties the ball game up at 20. Quickly back the other way. Desmar puts it up, no. Desmar fights for the rebound. Desmar out to James Howard III. No. Rebound comes down to Warren Harding. Into the hands of Chris Henderson. This is Brogdon with a floater. No. Tipped up into the air. Into the hands of Henderson. Nope. Townsend has the basketball. Desmar Jackson to triple. Too strong. Rebound Ergel. Back the other way. Franklin to Brogdon and Henderson. Offensive foul called. Do you like it, Mark?
Good job by Townsend right there, sliding behind, anticipating the move over the right shoulder by Henderson, was in defensive position to take the charge.
And with that, Warren JFK calls a timeout on the floor. 3:11 to go here in the first half. We are where we were when we started. This time all tied up at 20 all. Here in this one, JFK put themselves in an early hole, but they battled right back in this one with solid defense. Oh, and the play of Desmar Jackson and company. Back with more second quarter action after this on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Back inside of jam-packed Warren JFK Gymnasium. The Eagles with the basketball. Patterson up top. J.J. Townsend. This is Desmar Jackson spinning in the lane. Jackson has it swatted away, but it looked like he was fouled.
You know, people are going to look at this foul situation and say, hey, it's 9-1. But you know what? JFK is doing a better job attacking the rim. They're going to the basket. They're putting the ball on the floor, taking it to the hoop. Harding settling for jump shots on the other end. There's not going to be any fouls.
That's number 2 on Ergel as Desmar Jackson goes to the free throw line and easily knocks it down. Listen to Jackson's numbers coming into this one. He is averaging 21 points per game. He's averaging 6.8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 4.3 steals. I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, he can fill up a stat sheet. I think we need to check him at halftime because he might be at all of those by the time we get to the break.
And he misses the second half of the two-shot situation. He's got 13 points to lead all scorers. Elder has it to Elijah Jordan. Back to Elder. Here is Keelan Franklin putting it up. No. Rebound Jordan underneath. Gets it up and in. 22-21. Harding by 1. Desmar Jackson has something to say. Looking for his teammate Brown, but an ill-advised errant pass out of bounds. That will give it back to Warren Harding.
A little too much. Got caught up in the air. Up to this point, though, Chad, Harding's best offense has been somebody throw it up on the rim and let's go get it. They're not doing a great job of really getting the ball into the high post, playing a little bit of high-low, and threatening the rim with the offense.
This is Elder outside Brogdon. Jumper. Bang! Inside the three-point line. That makes it a 24-21 lead for the Warren Harding Raiders. Townsend will bring it across the time stripe into the forecourt. Onto the far side left wing, Raphael Patterson. Patterson, cross-court toss. This is Townsend. Townsend stops. Free throw line. Puts it up. Boxes in.
That's the members-only role.
Did he call that, or do you have to call that?
Members only. You only get that one in your gym.
24-23 is our score. Franklin bounce pass. Henderson stuffs it home.
That's better. That's better. Attack the zone, get into a seam, make somebody step up, and make the dish for the easy one.
Henderson's done that twice so far in this one.
Much better execution.
He's given Harding a 3-point lead. Townsend to tie with a triple. No. Rebound Brown from the elbow. No. Rebound Harding into the hands of Keelan Franklin. And it's poked free and knocked out of bounds by Raphael Patterson. $1:10 to play here in quarter number 2. Sean Pompelia barking out some instructions to his very talented Warren J.F.K. team. Elder to triple. Short. Rebound Jordan, and underneath we've got a foul. We'll see which way it goes. Looks like it may go on Warren J.F.K. Yep, that's the case. That'll be the first foul called on Nick Brown. As checking into the ball game for Warren Harding is Terrence Hudson.
That's really a smart foul there by Brown. The ball was going to fall right into Elijah Jordan's hand for an easy layup. Take the foul, make him take it out of bounds.
Under a minute now to go. This is Brogdon to triple. Nope. Look at Henderson on the glass. He gets it to go. Henderson, Mammoth on the boards again. And it's a 5-point lead for Warren Harding. A half minute to go. Desmar Jackson, lane scoops up, around, in. He's amazing.
Made that one look pretty easy against some pretty good players.
Under 20 seconds now to go. Keelan Franklin over onto the near side. Hudson to triple. Too strong. Rebound Jordan, and Elijah Jordan got tagged for going over the back with 10.4 seconds to go.
Another good job by J.J. Townsend finding somebody to put a body on and blocking him out.
And Jordan has very quickly picked up his 3rd foul. And Sean Pompelia has got to be feeling pretty good about life coming out of this first half. You've been able to establish that you can play with this team, and you've been able to establish some foul trouble for Warren Harding.
Absolutely. His message is very simple. We got the tempo where we wanted. If we can hold them to one shot, you can eliminate half of their points.
Nick Brown puts the free throw in. Brown averaging 11.3 points, 7.4 rebounds. He's a 65% free throw tosser. Knocks the first one in. This to make it a 1-point ball game. Perfect. 28-27 is our score. Harding holding for the last shot. This is Hudson. Bounce pass. Nice look underneath. And Avery Qualls will go to the free throw line. Something I'm especially impressed with, Mark, is really Warren Harding's ability to make that extra pass. You see them do a very unselfish ball club, and I'll tell you what, they've been rewarded for that kind of unselfishness this season.
At times, they're a little bit too unselfish. And what they have tonight, at least, they've had some hesitant shooters. Okay, guys second guessing, should I be taking this shot? And that just comes from their unselfishness. They have to step up with confidence if they're going to stick those jump shots from the perimeter.
Avery Qualls to make this a 3-point lead for Warren Harding. Qualls, right there. 2.1 seconds to go. Desmar Jackson has it in, and there will be no shot to end things here in quarter number 2. A great first half of basketball here at Warren J.F.K. High School. Harding holding the better end. 30-27. Back with the first half story and our Arby's halftime statistics after this timeout on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. J.F.K. High School, where our halftime score is 30-27. Chad Krasbitsky with you, Mark Metzger, and Mark. In that first half, it is exactly what we expected. A dogfight in a rivalry game. Some of the best players stepping to the forefront.
Absolutely. J.F.K. did a great job of weathering the early storm. Their playmakers started making plays. Townsend and Jackson did a great job of keeping them in it.
Let's take a look at some of those team numbers in that first half of play. And as we take a look at our Arby's halftime statistics, it looks like this. Warren J.F.K. 9 of 26 from the field. Warren Harding 13 of 38. 4 3-balls for the Eagles to a pair for Warren Harding from the free throw line. Both of these two teams quite good as well. Warren Harding a perfect 2 of 2. And Warren J.F.K. 5 of 6. In these big ball games, defense is oh so important. J.J. Townsend says, get that stuff on out of here. Take a look at some of those miscellaneous numbers. Harding holding the edge in the rebounding department, 22-13. 7 turnovers to 5 for Warren J.F.K. And as we move along to some of our individual performers in this first half for Warren J.F.K., really stepping to the forefront throughout the course of this season has been Sheldon Brogdon. Brogdon cans a 3-ball here in this one, but Desmar Jackson really the story in this one. 15 points to lead Warren J.F.K. to 7 for Sheldon Brogdon, and it should make for an exciting second half. Those are our Arby's halftime statistics for you here in our Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Can the Warren J.F.K. Eagles come back from 3 down at the half? We'll find out in just a couple of moments as the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week rolls on. Third quarter action here at Warren Kennedy High School, 32-27. As the Raiders have possession of the basketball into the hands of Terrence Hudson. Into the corner, Eagles doing a good job of trapping. And we've got a turnover to give it back to Warren J.F.K. Mark, what's the call?
Stepped on the end line. Good job there, trapping him, forcing him, not recognizing where he was, stepping on the sideline.
7.5 to play in the third. Harding up by 5, 32-27. Desmar Jackson is harassed. James Howard, nice look underneath. Brown blocked away, and it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Harding.
Harding going to extend the floor a little bit, try to create even more tempo, but the locker room message was clear for them. Execute offensively. Don't get caught up in forcing tempo. We need to take our time and get ourselves a good one on the offensive end.
Terrence Hudson has the basketball in his hands. Underneath, Henderson puts it up, no. Rebound, Ergel. Ergel fell onto that baseline. And it's out of bounds, going back to Warren J.F.K. And Steve Arnold really recognizing the importance of this ball game. He said lots of folks in the community talking about this ball game. Although Coach Pompilia disagrees that this is a huge rivalry. Sure, it's a big game, but he says he thinks the best rivalry in Trumbull County is Warren Kennedy and Howland. But I guess it's open to interpretation. This is Brown with a baseline jumper off the mark. Rebound down to J.F.K. Here is Patterson. Patterson looking for Brown. And Brown safely grabs the basketball, and Desmar Jackson slicing through a pair of Raiders puts it up. But a foul is called on his way to the basket, and you can wipe that hoop right off.
You know, you just got to love the pace and the tempo of the sophomore. Right there, saw the trap coming, recognized it, didn't panic, did a great job of splitting through.
And underneath, as the basketball is tossed in, we have another foul on Warren Harding. Steve Arnold says, are you kidding me? That's the third foul called on Steve Arnold's, one of his main post players, Ergel. Look at Desmar Jackson. He wanted to hammer that one home. Speaking of Ergel, Ergel has it ripped away by Jackson. Jackson stops. 3-ball in the air. Off the mark. Rebound. Ergel loses his footing and walks with the basketball. And so the Eagles will get it back as Elijah Jordan is back in.
Good move here with Damian picking up his third early in the quarter. You got to get him down. Don't want to pick up a frustration foul and get number 4.
Townsend to Chickalo. Near side Brown. 3-ball in the air. Right there! We've got ourselves a 2-point ball game. 32-30 in favor of Harding. Onto the far side left wing. This is Jordan from the elbow. Off the mark. Chickalo fights for the rebound. It comes down to Brogdon. Brogdon scoops it up and in. What a move.
Wow, great athletic play there by the other sophomore.
Lots of talent on the floor. Brown for three again. Nope. Rebound comes down to Patterson. Patterson blocked away by Henderson. Into the hands of Brogdon. The Raiders want to run. Brogdon back up top, nearly walks. Dishes off left side. Here is Hudson. Hudson up and in, and a foul is called.
Great move that time by Terrence Hudson. Good patience, use of the hesitation dribble, changing his speed, changing his level, stand the defender up, put him back down, draw the contact, and one.
And Hudson will go to the free throw line to try and complete the three-point play. It's 36-30 our score. As Hudson's free throw is up and good. .5:24 to play here in the third quarter. Jackson is tracked to Chicolo. Outside, Patterson to triple right there. 37-33 is our score. This is Brogdon firing, free throw line, bang! Back and forth, these two heavyweights going at it. It's back to a 6-point ball game. But if you step away for just a moment, you'll miss something. Three ball by Patterson, off the mark, rebound Brown. Townsend to triple, no. Rebound comes down to Henderson. Henderson can put on a show in the open floor. Here is Keelan Franklin. It rattles up and in. And with that, we take a timeout on the floor with 4:24 to play here in quarter number 3. 41-33, Raiders leading this one on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. College hoops tomorrow night. Watch Fox 1762 for the YSU Penguin Basketball Game of the Week. Cleveland State, the Vikings in town to tangle with Jerry Slocum's YSU men's team. Comes your way tomorrow night, 10:30, right here on Fox 1762. Student sections out in full force here tonight. And hey, why shouldn't they be for the Battle of Warren?
Absolutely. Can't ask for a better matchup at the midway point of the season. Good timeout there by Coach Pompilia. Going to make a little adjustment against this extended 1-3-1.
Brown has his shot rejected, back to Harding. Here's Keelan Franklin, thinking about that three ball, won't fire it up. Terrence Hudson, back to Franklin. Hudson underneath, Henderson stops, puts it off the glass, no. Rebound Brown, ahead to Jackson. Jackson takes it himself, double clutch, up, around, no. Rebound Jordan, ahead to Keelan Franklin. Franklin near side, Brogdon. Brogdon, baseline runner, around, no. Rebound, up, in, perfect for Terrence Hudson.
Again, keeping it alive on the offensive glass, getting it a tip into the hands of a teammate. Another second chance opportunity.
And very quickly, this has become a 10-point ball game. Here is Brown cut off. Back up top, Townsend for three, right there! Every time you think Harding has a firm grasp of the momentum, J.F.K. comes right back and hits a big shot of their own. This is Henderson. Up top, Brogdon. Into the corner, Franklin for three. Knocks it down.
Much better execution so far this half by the Raiders in the half-court set. Making the extra pass, as you talked about before, with that unselfishness.
It's back to a 10-point lead, and on the way up the floor, the Eagles walk with the ball. And that will give it back to Warren Harding, trying to increase this double-digit 10-point lead. Coach Pompilia trying to stop the bleeding right now. And back into the ball game comes James Howard III. Hudson into the corner. This is Keelan Franklin putting it up. No. Rebound underneath. Jordan gets it to go. Elijah Jordan makes it a 12-point ball game. Cross-court toss, James Howard III. And with that, we take a timeout. 2:23 to play here in quarter number 3. Harding has come out scorching here in the second half. They lead it 48-36. Say every week we pick the player of the game. It's one player that's made the greatest impact for that honor. And we'll have to kind of sift through all the numbers, and there's a lot of numbers to sift through for both sides, both for Warren Harding and also for Warren J.F.K. Mark, I guess the operative question is at this point, down 12, what do the Eagles need to do to try and battle back through this?
Well, don't panic. Don't panic. There's a lot of ball game left. More than 50% of their field goal attempts tonight have been threes, so they have the spurt ability to get back in this one.
And I would imagine that J.F.K. would need to rebound a little bit better, being out-rebounded twice the amount that J.F.K. has. 32-15, Harding with a better end.
And the majority of those on the offensive glass, and that's the danger of that zone. Coach Pompilio was aware of it, but you got to pick your poison.
Look at Desmar, can't get it to go. Brown on the offensive glass. Townsend, a triple, round no. Rebound, Henderson out to Jordan. Jordan near side right wing. Up front, Terrence Hudson. On the left side, Keelan Franklin. Outside that three-point line, Brogdon is the basketball looking into the corner. It's ripped away by Brown. Desmar Jackson has it near side left wing. Chickalo for three, no. Rebound, Brogdon, skying high into the air. Brogdon, left side, Hudson. Underneath in the corner, Jordan. Jordan out to Hudson, holding on with $1:17 to play. Third quarter, lob inside, up, around, in for Keelan Franklin.
Again, much better patience from Harding on the offensive end. Diagonal pass, Keelan Franklin, great catch, great finish.
50-36, 60 seconds to play in the third. Desmar Jackson, nice look to Chickalo. Puts it up over the basket. Rebound, Brogdon. Brogdon takes it back the other way. Lane, Brogdon. Runner, good. And Harding is running away with this one. Desmar Jackson between the legs, holding on. Guarded by Keelan Franklin. Into the corner, Howard the third for three. Nope. Rebound, Jordan. Raiders want to run. Franklin. Ahead, reverse, up and in for Brogdon.
He must have heard us giving Desmar all that praise. He says, hey, I'm a sophomore, I can get it done too.
I want some praise too, give me some love. Up top, Townsend to triple, got it. 54-39, final 5 seconds coming on down. Hudson has it left side. Franklin jumper off the mark, and the third quarter is now gone and now in the books. 1 quarter of basketball to play. Can the Eagles rally? Will the Raiders roll on through? Another win on the campaign. We'll find out when we come back. Quarter number 4 coming your way next on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
It's the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Not just the highlights, we've got the whole game. Don't miss Poland. Take the
Associated School Employees Credit Union.
Fan support is as high as it has ever been. Here at Warren J.F.K. and with the visiting folks from Warren Harding as well. Say if you're looking for high school coverage, scores, and all the rest on WKBN.com. Fourth quarter is underway, ready to play some basketball. And the Raiders have the ball. Avery Qualls loses it to Desmar. Desmar loses it out of bounds. And on the turnover, it will go back to Warren Harding.
Again, there's a good example of Desmar showing his length, showing his ability to anticipate in the passing lane, just unable to control it.
So Harding will bring it ahead. Terrence Hudson, bounce pass right side, Brogdon outside, Elder to triple. Nope, they'll say it's a 2-point field goal, foot on the line. That makes it a 56-39 ball game, under 7.5 to play. That's Mark Jackson. Trapped over to Townsend. Jackson again, back to Townsend. 3 ball in the air. That one won't go. Rebound, Terrence Hudson. Keelan Franklin. Cut off, back to Brogdon. Right there for 3. And we've got ourselves a 20-point ball game. And with that, we take a timeout. 6:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Steve Arnold feeling great about life with his team up 59-39. Would do a terrific job in the break. They can do it pretty well from the half-court offense as well, especially when you have shooters like you do right there in Sheldon Brogdon.
The thing you got to love the most about the sophomore is his ability to do it in many different ways. He can hit the 3, his mid-range jump shot, which is a lost art in today's game. He's got the great 15, 16-footer off the bounce, and if he has to, he can get it all the way to the rim.
Brogdon is 18 points. He's 8 of 13 from the field. And 2 of those a 3-ball, as you said. That mid-range shot is indeed lost, but not to him. Townsend near side into the corner. This is Brown. Howard the third to Townsend into the corner. 3-ball swatted away, and the Raiders gobble it right up.
Athletic play that time by Chris Henderson, getting a piece of that.
Ball goes out of bounds, and another turnover. We'll give it right back to Kennedy.
Another lost art in this game is ball faking. When a team's playing a zone and there's hands and they're flying all over, you got to fake a pass to make a pass.
Howard the third to Desmar in the paint. Puts it up, no. Rebound comes down to Brogdon, loses it to Jackson. Jackson line, lane, up and in. 59-41 at the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. This is Terrence Hudson.
Much better job here, as you see. They're taking their time, executing, running their sets.
They've really slowed it up. Elder has it near side right wing. Henderson has the loose ball underneath. Up and in for Keelan Franklin. Back to a 20-point lead.
That's a good interior pass there by Henderson. That's a tough play. Good recognition of where Keelan was on the opposite block.
And Desmar Jackson comes out of the ball game. He looks like he might be cramping up or trying to stretch his calves a little bit. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain maybe. But Kennedy will go back to the drawing table and bring it back up the floor as Jackson is now out of the lineup. Long toss, gobbled up by Howard the third. His pass intercepted by Ergel. Ergel on the break, line, lane. Ergel stuffs it home! Good. 63-41.
Good play by Damian that time. Started with the anticipation in the passing lane. Showing a little bit of athleticism there. Coast-to-coast dribble with the left hand, two-hand flush.
And now J.F.K. may be starting to really press a little bit. They're turning the basketball over quite a bit, and they just did it again right there.
Yeah, tough to stay patient when it gets to 20 into the fourth quarter. You gotta stick with the game plan at this point, or again, with Harding's athleticism and speed, it could get away from you and really get lopsided.
What do you tell your players at this point of the ball game?
Just do what we do. Do what we do. There's no 20-pointers. This isn't MTV. You can't get it all back at once.
20-point line would certainly make things interesting, but not here. Not going to happen tonight. 4:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Franklin has it into Brogdon to triple again. He does just that.
66-41. Ball out of bounds, but this time it's off Warren Harding. And the Eagles will trigger it in courtesy of J.J. Townsend. And back into the ball game for Warren Harding is Avery Qualls, replacing Keelan Franklin. Another turnover, taking it back the other way. Brogdon fighting for the ball is Patterson.
Great hustle.
Great hustle, but to no avail. It's out of bounds. And the Raiders have it to Ergel. Ergel firing off the glass, no. And it'll stay with Warren Harding with 4:15 to go. Brogdon for three, no. Rebound comes down to Brown. At the other end, we've got 4:05 to go. Townsend will bring it across the time stripe. Into the forecourt, Patterson. And with that, we have a whistle. And what?
I think we got a moving screen or a push trying to screen the top of that zone.
It was away from the basketball, and what we do know is that it's called on J.F.K. It's called on J.J. Townsend, his third, and that will give it back to Warren Harding. Underneath, Henderson puts it up and in.
Good job, Chris Henderson, getting position, using the other side of the basket as a shield. Good crab move to finish on the right side.
Long toss to Brown underneath, and he puts it in easily.
Wow, great look by J.J. Townsend.
68-43 is our score. This is Brogdon. Brogdon looking to knock it down inside. And down there, a foul is called.
The post players from Harding are just being allowed to catch the ball way too easily and way too deep.
Look at Brogdon. Can't get it to go. Ergel can on the offensive glass. Makes it a 70-43 ball game. And after a very competitive back and forth first half, things have certainly changed here in the second. Brogdon comes through with the interception. Brogdon bounces it to Ergel. Ergel with his scoop is fouled hard on his way to the basket. And with 2:54 to go, Ergel, well, they'll say he committed the offensive foul.
Yeah, watch here. When he goes on the baseline side, he tries to go off of 1 foot. That's got to be a 2-foot move, power move under there. Get your body under control and avoid the offensive foul.
There was not an emphatic call by the official, as there usually is in an offensive foul. It's kind of nonchalant, but Kennedy will bring it back at the other end. 3 ball in the air, off the mark. Rebound comes down to Brown. Another 3 ball is perfect for Mario Ciccolo.
Smart play that time by Ciccolo. Recognizing Brown had the offensive rebound secured, sprinted behind the three-point line and got his feet set.
Left side, Brogdon. Wham with 2 hands for Henderson. And now, the Raiders are just having some fun. Gennari. Over, nice look back to Gennari from Townsend, and we've got a foul called with 2:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. 72-46 in favor of Warren J.F.K's opponent, Warren G. Harding. And Aaron Elder is ticketed with the foul.
Yeah, a little reach foul on the way up. Pretty good foul, make him earn it from the free throw line.
Checking into the ball game is Elijah Jordan again. And this one now a mere formality now. Steve Arnold's team will earn their 8th win of the season unless something miraculous happens, which does not seem at this juncture quite likely. 2 minutes to play. Here's Avery Qualls controlling things at the point. Onto the left side, Brogdon. Aaron Elder. This is Qualls. Can't get it to go. Desmar Jackson has a problem taking it to the hole, and he was fouled. And with that, we'll take a timeout with the Raiders rolling along on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you're tired of getting the run.
As we get back to action, Eagles can't get the long-range shot to go. And Harding will have a chance to run some clock here with about 39 to play. Mark, I have to say, it's great to have you back here for our Fox Basketball Game of the Week. It's good to work with you again, absolutely.
I appreciate it. Good to be back. Great game to come back on. You see some unbelievable talent in this area. It's nice to see these kids and some youthful talent. So these are guys that we're going to get to see play at least for another year in this area.
Absolutely. Qualls looking inside for Henderson. Up top of the key, this is Jordan. Back to Qualls. Qualls low post, Jordan, jumper. That one is short. Rebound into the hands of Martin Drexler, who's into the ball game for the first time tonight. Drexler puts it up and in! Drexler is a foreign exchange student with the program, celebrated a birthday yesterday. They had a cake as well as some food, and everybody was all festive, and now he's into the scorebook. That's great to see as Desmar Jackson fires the three ball. It won't go. Saved back into Desmar. Three ball again. Nope. Rebound down to Henderson. Under a minute to go. Henderson, line, lane, loses control. Brogdon gobbles it up. Brogdon fires. That one bounces up, around, no. Rebound, Desmar Jackson. Jackson on the other end for the Eagles. Has it stripped away. Jackson loses the ball, and we've got a struggle for it. And they'll call a jump ball with 27.9 seconds to go.
You have to be really impressed by both of these sophomores. Just the maturity, the way they go about, the way they handle themselves, their body language, really something to be proud of. To have sophomores that represent them and the coaching staff the way that these young kids do.
Very mature. They have a sort of presence about them. Townsend a triple. Nope. Rebound comes down to Warren Harding, and Paris Bruner is checked in. And Bruner controlling things at the point. Onto the left wing. Line, lane. Jordan puts it up and in with a nifty move. As the final 10 seconds will tick on down. And Warren J.F.K. will suffer their third loss of the season. And Warren Harding will win their 8th of the campaign. We'll be back to put a wrap on this one. Warren Harding rolls 76-47 on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. And welcome back to Warren John F. Kennedy High School, where tonight the Battle of Warren goes the way of the Warren Harding Raiders by a final score of 76-47. Chad Krasinski back with you. It's time now to select tonight's player of the game, and really it could have gone a number of ways, but certainly the most outstanding player in this ball game for Warren Harding, Sheldon Brogdon, 21 points, 9 of 17 from the field, 3 huge three balls, and he joins us now. And first of all, a win is a win, and you guys got to be feeling good. A special night tonight.
Yeah, it was good. We just kept pressure on them. I just tried to be more aggressive in the second half. And the more the game went, we just wear them down. They gave up, and we just start winning.
Talk about the confidence level of this team. Obviously, you know how athletic you are, and you know that at any given point you can turn it on and really make some special things happen on the floor.
Yeah, we just play as a team. Play as a team, keep the ball moving, and somebody get hot, just keep passing it to them.
Last thing, how exciting is it to take this Battle of Warren against Warren J.F.K. Of course, all the community's all fired up about this, but to get this one, you guys now have bragging rights. It's got to be exciting for you.
Yeah, it feels good, but we need to get ready for St. Nations for tomorrow and make sure we do good in that game.
Congratulations for being named our player of the game.
Thanks.
That's Sheldon Brogdon, 21 points, leading his team to victory tonight. Now time to bring in a victorious head coach, Steve Arnold. And coach, you allowed them to hang around in that first half, but in the second half it was a different story. What was the difference?
Well, I think our depth played a factor. We made a halftime adjustment of going to a half-court trap and try to use our length against them. And sort of take the ball out of some of their better players' hands. And we felt using our length and getting a trap, half-court trap, when they got the ball across the timeline, that would pay some dividends for us. And we made an assertive effort to get the ball inside in the paint.
Fans had an opportunity tonight to see just how great your team is in transition, a very athletic team. Really a chance for you to be showcased, and you really answered the call.
Well, I mean, I think we have some pretty good athletes, and you try to get the ball in the open court, let those guys just play the game of basketball, and they made some great decisions. One of the things that we've done all year that I think has been a very great point for us is that we've shared the basketball, and we shared it tonight, and I have to say this: we got a pretty good sophomore in Sheldon Brogdon. There's been a lot of hype, and Desmar's a great player, but we got a pretty good sophomore. I love to have him.
I think, and he said it best, he said, you know what, we're not going to really dwell on this win. We got to get ready for St. Ignatius. That's a sign of a good ball club, and that's got to make you proud.
Well, you know what, our approach was, hey, let's come over here and take care of business. Let's get some rest tonight, come back Saturday for a walkthrough, and make that trek up to Cleveland tomorrow and beat a very good St. Ignatius team. We played, I keep saying, we played a heck of a schedule, and it doesn't get any easier, and we're Royal Warriors right now.
Coach, congratulations. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Victorious head coach Steve Arnold as the Warren Harding Raiders get the win tonight, 76-47, behind 21 points from Sheldon Brogdon. Before we get on out of here, I'd like to thank some folks who made our broadcast possible. Our director has been Justin Egley. Our technical director is Bill Billette. Photographers tonight, Ben Franklin, Matt Heckathorn, Jen Lippiett, and Jason Winkler. On graphics, it was Jake Sambita. On editing and animation, Kerry Kimmerer. And our art director has been Sue Ford. Much thanks to my partner, Mark Metzger, for a tremendous job back in the broadcast booth. And most of all, thanks to you for enjoying our Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. My name is Chad Krispinski, reminding you this has been a copyrighted broadcast of Fox 1762 2007. Again, the final score in this one, it was Warren Harding 76, Warren J.F.K 47. Till next time, so long, everybody, from Warren J.F.K.
If you're tired of getting a runaround when applying for a
hustle skill, and I think that's what they love about him down here. He just goes out there and works hard every night. I love those guys who are undrafted like me.
LeBron chased down his own miss. Now he has Randolph one-on-one on a switch. See if he takes it. Tilting that way is Brisbilla. LeBron up. Distance. Rebound surrounded by white shirts. Larry Hughes is on roll. Brisbilla to that high screen for Udoka. Good show by Z. Dick out, closed upon by Snow. 7 to shoot. Quick shake. Now he goes baseline. Nowhere near. Threw it away. Larry Hughes couldn't get it ahead to LeBron for an open dunk. McCann by Dick out. Dick out, turn the corner. Floats like Luke Ridnour normally does. Missed the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Still belongs to Portland.
Yeah, that's one of those unfortunate things because Larry, he tried the little left-handed shuffle pass. He had LeBron James out in front of the pack at the half court and was going to go in for a spectacular dunk, but just stripped away from behind. And now they don't recover this rebound. So a third opportunity here for the Blazers. And you know what happens when you give a team 3 chances to score. They don't score. Well, let's hope not.
Here comes Randolph. Almost walked. The step back. Get down. I guess you're right.
That's the NBA rule. I would say that's got to be around 75 or 80% of the time. You get 3 opportunities on one trip down the floor and come up with some points.
Larry Hughes rising, catch and shoot. Back tap by Z. So another opportunity for the guys in one. From the corner, Hughes missed it.
Yeah, his jumper's been off these last couple, at least like last night and early tonight, just really flat. I mean, both those shots very, very flat. No art on him whatsoever.
The Cavs have missed their first 5 shots. Randall, very good off the bounce. Missed it though. Heavy traffic. Brisbilla wants to go back up. Does. And a travel negates it.
Yeah, they got him out on the perimeter there, shuffling the feet. I mean, but you can see once again, Cavaliers a little slow to react after that first initial shot by Randolph. Brisbilla wrestled it away from a couple Cavaliers down there that just couldn't get their body moving towards the ball.
So 3 miscues now for Portland. They average 15 a night. Here comes Z on the block. Brisbilla, again, is a good shot blocker. We know that. Z fights it up, draws the whistle. He'll go to the line for a pair. Certain about that one.
And Dickow hasn't shot a lot of free throws. This will just be his 9th free throw of the season, but he is at shooting 87%.
So Nate McMillan, the guy that the players called Sarge a year ago because of his tough mentality in his first year as head coach. He had to change the culture here, and I think he's done a pretty good job. Toss to Randolph. He usually likes the left block. Ball swing, Dickow. Off the side of the backboard.
Goodness.
Oh, ouch. That's where shooting, you want that back.
Yeah. Erase that one from the record, please.
And the memory. Drew Gooden on the baseline check. Squirts out. Here come the Blazers.
Cavaliers off to a cold start right now. He can't seem to get anything down.
Here comes Roy. So much. Mike Brown yelling out for body movement here. LeBron inside.
Mark, I have to say it's great to have you back here for our Fox Basketball Game of the Week. It's good to work with you again, absolutely.
I appreciate it. Good to be back. Great game to come back on. You see some unbelievable talent in this area. It's nice to see these kids and some youthful talent. So these are guys that we're going to get to see play at least for another year in this area.
Absolutely. Qualls looking inside for Henderson. Up top of the key, this is Jordan. Back to Qualls. Qualls low post, Jordan, jumper. That one is short. Rebound into the hands of Martin Drexler, who's into the ball game for the first time tonight. Drexler puts it up and in! Drexler is a foreign exchange student with the program, celebrated a birthday yesterday. They had a cake as well as some food, and everybody was all festive, and now he's into the scorebook. That's great to see as Desmar Jackson fires the 3-ball. It won't go. Saved back into Desmar. 3-ball again. Nope. Rebound down to Henderson. Under a minute to go. Henderson, line, lane, loses control. Brogdon gobbles it up. Brogdon fires. That one bounces up, around, no. Rebound, Desmar Jackson. Jackson on the other end for the Eagles. Has it stripped away. Jackson loses the ball, and we've got a struggle for it. And they'll call a jump ball with 27.9 seconds to go.
You have to be really impressed by both of these sophomores. Just the maturity, the way they go about, the way they handle themselves, their body language, really something to be proud of. To have sophomores that represent them and the coaching staff the way that these young kids do.
Very mature. They have a sort of presence about them. Townsend a triple. Nope. Rebound comes down to Warren Harding, and Paris Bruner is checked in. And Bruner controlling things at the point. Onto the left wing. Lane. Jordan puts it up and in with a nifty move. As the final 10 seconds will tick on down. And Warren J.F.K. will suffer their 3rd loss of the season. And Warren Harding will win their 8th of the campaign. We'll be back to put a wrap on this one. Warren Harding rolls 76-47 on the Fox 1762 High School Basketball Game of the Week. And welcome back to Warren John F. Kennedy High School, where tonight the Battle of Warren goes the way of the Warren Harding Raiders by a final score of 76-47. Chad Krasinski back with you. It's time now to select tonight's player of the game, and really it could have gone a number of ways, but certainly the most outstanding player in this ball game for Warren Harding, Sheldon Brogdon. 21 points, 9 of 17 from the field, 3 huge 3-balls, and he joins us now. And first of all, a win is a win, and you guys got to be feeling good. A special night tonight.
Yeah, it was good. We just kept pressure on them. I just tried to be more aggressive in the second half. And the more the game went, we just wear them down. They gave up, and we just start winning.
Talk about the confidence level of this team. Obviously, you know how athletic you are, and you know that at any given point you can turn it on and really make some special things happen on the floor.
Yeah, we just play as a team. Play as a team, keep the ball moving, and somebody get hot, just keep passing it to them.
Last thing, how exciting is it to take this Battle of Warren against Warren J.F.K. Of course, all the community's all fired up about this, but to get this one, you guys now have bragging rights. It's got to be exciting for you.
Yeah, it feels good, but we need to get ready for St. Nations for tomorrow and make sure we do good in that game.
Congratulations for being named our player of the game.
Thanks.
That's Sheldon Brogdon, 21 points, leading his team to victory tonight. Now time to bring in a victorious head coach, Steve Arnold. And coach, you allowed them to hang around in that first half, but in the second half it was a different story. What was the difference?
Well, I think our depth played a factor. We made a halftime adjustment of going to a half-court trap and try to use our length against them and sort of take the ball out of some of their better players' hands. And we felt using our length and getting a trap, half-court trap, when they got the ball across the timeline, that would pay some dividends for us. And we made an assertive effort to get the ball inside in the paint.
Fans had an opportunity tonight to see just how great your team is in transition, a very athletic team. Really a chance for you to be showcased, and you really answered the call.
Well, I mean, I think we have some pretty good athletes, and you try to get the ball in the open court and let those guys just play the game of basketball, and they made some great decisions. One of the things that we've done all year that I think has been a very great point for us is that we've shared the basketball, and we shared it tonight, and I have to say this: we got a pretty good sophomore in Sheldon Brogdon. There's been a lot of hype, and Desmar is a great player, but we got a pretty good sophomore. I love to have him.
I think, and he said it best, he said, you know what, we're not going to really dwell on this win. We got to get ready for St. Ignatius. That's a sign of a good ball club, and that's got to make you proud.
Well, you know what, our approach was, hey, let's come over here and take care of business. Let's get some rest tonight, come back Saturday for a walkthrough, and make that trek up to Cleveland tomorrow and beat a very good St. Ignatius team. We played, I keep saying, we played a heck of a schedule, and it doesn't get any easier, and we're Royal Warriors right now.
Coach, congratulations. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you, buddy. Thank
Victorious head coach Steve Arnold as the Warren Harding Raiders get the win tonight, 76-47, behind 21 points from Sheldon Brogdon. Before we get on out of here, I'd like to thank some folks who made our broadcast possible. Our director has been Justin Egley. Our technical director is Bill Bellet. Photographers tonight, Ben Franklin, Matt Heckathorn, Jen Lippiett, and Jason Winkler. On graphics, it was Jake Sambita. On editing and animation, Kerry Kimmerer. And our art director has been Sue Ford. Much thanks to my partner, Mark Metzger, for a tremendous job back in the broadcast booth. And most of all, thanks to you for enjoying our Fox 1762 high school basketball game of the week. My name is Chad Krispinski, reminding you this has been a copyrighted broadcast of Fox 1762 2007. Again, the final score in this one, it was Warren Harding 76, Warren J.F.K 47. Till next time, so long everybody from Warren J.F.K.
If you're tired of getting the runaround when applying for a
hustle skill, and I think that's what they love about him down here. He just goes out there and works hard every night. I love those guys who are undrafted like me.
LeBron chased down his own miss. Now he has Randolph one-on-one on a switch. See if he takes it. Tilting that way is Brisbilla. LeBron up. Missed it. Rebound surrounded by white shirts. Larry Hughes is on roll. Brisbilla to that high screen for Udoka. Good show by Z. Dick out, closed upon by Snow. 7 to shoot. Couldn't shake. Now he goes baseline. Nowhere near. Threw it away. Larry Hughes couldn't get it ahead to LeBron for an open dunk. Quick hand by Dick out. Dick out, turn the corner. Floats like Luke Ridnour normally does. Missed the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Still belongs to Portland.
Yeah, that's one of those unfortunate things because Larry, he tried the little left-handed shuffle pass. He had LeBron James out in front of the pack at the half court and was going to go in for a spectacular dunk, but just stripped away from behind. And now they don't recover this rebound. So a third opportunity here for the Blazers. And you know what happens when you give a team 3 chances to score? They don't score. Well, let's hope not.
Here comes Randolph. Almost walked. The step back. Get down. I guess you're right.
That's the NBA rule. Hey, I would say that's got to be around 75 or 80% of the time. You get 3 opportunities on 1 trip down the floor and come up with some points.
Larry Hughes rising, catch and shoot. Back tap by Z. So another opportunity for the guys in 1. From the corner, Hughes missed it.
Yeah, his jumper's been off these last couple, at least like last night and then early tonight, just really flat. I mean, both those shots very, very flat. No arc on him whatsoever.
The Cavs have missed their first 5 shots. Randall, very good off the bounce. Missed it though. Heavy traffic. Brisbilla wants to go back up. Does. And a travel negates it.
Yeah, they got him out in the perimeter there, shuffling the feet. I mean, but you can see once again, Cavaliers a little slow to react after that first initial shot by Randolph. Prisbillo wrestled it away from a couple Cavaliers down there that just couldn't get their body moving towards the ball.
So 3 miscues now for Portland. They average 15 a night. Here comes Z in the block. Prisbillo, again, is a good shot blocker. We know that. Z fights it up, draws the whistle. He'll go to the line for a pair. Certain about that one.
Yeah, and Dickow hasn't shot a lot of free throws. This will just be his 9th free throw of the season, but he is shooting 87%.
So Nate McMillan, the guy that the players called Sarge a year ago because of his tough mentality in his first year as head coach. He had to change the culture here, and I think he's done a pretty good job. Toss to Randolph. He usually likes the left block. Ball swing, Dickow. Off the side of the backboard.
Goodness.
Oh, ouch. That's where a shooter, you want that back.
Yeah. Erase that one from the record, please.
And the memory. Drew Gooden on the baseline check. Squirts out. Here come the Blazers.
Cavaliers off to a cold start right now. He can't seem to get anything down.
Here comes Roy.
So much.
Mike Brown yelling out for body movement here. LeBron inside.